Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I've got a customer coming by today, and boy, this is her order right here. She's got all of this. This lady will drive to my house at least every other month, and she spends anywhere between $300 to sometimes $700 at one time. Don't you just love that? So what I want to say, guys, is this morning, my alarm clock sounded at 6:30. That is my regular time for my alarm, even though I don't have to get up at that time, but I just have it set at that time. In the summertime, I had it set for like 5:30 because I would get up and walk early. Well, I didn't even go to sleep till like 1 o'clock this morning because I was so stunned to see that this guy, I've been following him for as long as I've been on TikTok, he and his little boy doing these little skits, and I found out he passed away at age 35 with colon cancer. I was so stunned, and I wanted to know more about that as I was looking through all the TikTok, and it's kind of took me back to Twitch, seeing that I had been following him for a while on TikTok to see that he's gone. So it's something, guys, to know that life is so precious. It's so precious, so we have to make sure we live life to its fullest. So this morning, I received a phone call as soon as my alarm clock went off. My daughter called. Well, my daughter is in dental school. This is her second semester. So she called me this morning. She said, Mommy, she never calls me this early. She probably has called me twice this early in the morning since she's been in dental school. The first time, she told me about a person that was somewhere. It kind of spooked her, and I told her not to go that route anymore. And this time, she called and said, Mommy, I just need some words of encouragement. I was so sleepy because I didn't go to bed till late, but that woke me up when she said, I need some words of encouragement. We're talking about my daughter's 22 years old. She finished at the top of her class in undergrad. She graduated early. She was inspired to become a dentist through a Sensi sister. But when she called and said, Mommy, I need some words of encouragement, guess what I do? I wake straight up, even though I was sleepy. I talked to her for about 30 minutes. And this is what I said to her, because she's 22 years old now. When I was 22 years old, I was working a job, running an office with no experience, didn't know what I was doing. I was a single parent, and I was also having to take care of my younger siblings. And my dad wasn't sick at that time, but later on in the year, that same year, my dad became bedridden. So my challenge was I accepted a job from somebody who promised, well, I was making $3.35 an hour. I was told that I had to work 2 hours a day with no wages in order to even to be accepted for the job. Plus, I didn't have transportation. So I worked from 8 to 5 for $3.35 an hour, and I had a break between 5 and 6. So from 6 to 8, I worked for no money. And I had to do cold prospecting for that time. I was picking up the phone, calling people, trying to sell something to them. For 2 hours, I got paid $0. I did that for 2 years without a vacation. I did that because I was in survival mode. I knew that I need to do what I need to do to take care of my family. And it was not my fault that it was somebody who promised me something and didn't deliver. But my goal was to take care of my family. So these are two different types of hard. So my daughter is in dental school, so it's getting harder now. So she told me this. She said, we don't have the time like we used to in lab. They cut that time away from us. So now I've got to use the lab time on my own time, which means staying at school later or going earlier. So her classes start at 10 o'clock. So at 6:30 this morning, she was headed to school, to the lab, because she knew that she had to do what was necessary for her to get the grade that she needed. And this is something new to her, to work outside of the realms when time isn't allowed for certain things in this program. Now, she's not afraid of hard work, because the one thing I've taught my kids, that whatever you start, you finish. Plus they have me, they're looking at me. So guys, don't think that your kids are not paying you some attention. So my kids know that I'm driven. They know that I work hard. They know I don't make excuses. This is what they know about me. I carried my daughter all the way back. I said, you are destined to be successful. That's what I told her. You're destined to be successful. And that's the same thing I tell you guys. You are destined to be successful, but you have to put in the work. It's not going to fall in your lap. You have to roll up your sleeves and know that you are going to keep your eye on the prize. So she knows ultimately what she's got to do to get to where she wants to be. And I told her various things. I said, you're destined to do what you're doing because I paved the way for you. I wasn't able to do the things that she's able to do. She's never worked a day in her life. I started working when I was about 14. She has me to coach and inspire her. My dad was there, but my dad did everything he could just to keep the roof over our head. My dad had a disability. So the challenge was different. So on this side with her, I paved the way for her to be successful so she wouldn't have those same struggles that I had early on. She doesn't know what it's like to have to walk everywhere like I did. My feet were ruined because of that. She doesn't know what that's like. And I told her this, it was hard for me to let go with her because we had a special bond because she rode in the car with me every day. For years, from the time she was born all the way through high school, she rode in the car with me. I didn't know what that was like when she started driving on her own. I felt real lost. But I had to adjust to that because I knew at some point she was going to grow up. But I positioned her to be in a place where she could fly. I groomed her so she could fly. So that's what I try to do with you guys. I try to do all I can to put you in a situation where you can fly. Give you the tools that you need to use to get you to where you want to be. So you can reach those goals that you set for yourself. Nothing in life comes easy that's worthwhile keeping. It's going to require some time and some commitment for you to be successful. For those of you who are trying to make this business work for you. It's going to require that you wake up early in the morning. It's going to require sometimes you stay up late at night. I've done this pretty much all my life. So the struggle can sometimes be real. But what I do know, each day that you wake up presents another day for another opportunity. That's what that means. If you didn't get it then yesterday, you got a chance today to get it. Each day presents a new day for a new opportunity. And who's looking up to you? Your family, your customers, your team members, which means you need to show up every day. If you don't show up every day, people will start doubting you. They'll doubt you for making purchases. They'll doubt you for booking parties. They'll doubt you for leading them. You have to show up daily. You have to be committed to whatever it is that you say you're going to do. I set a goal a long time ago. I've stayed the course. You have to do that in order for things to happen. Life is not promised to us, guys. People are not staying here long. I lost my sister when she was 33 years old. My nephew was 9. Can you even imagine not being here for your kids and your family? Guys, make every day count. Make each and every day count. Do something. We got a class going on right now, guys. Rise to Success class. We started out with 10 people in that class. This is the first time we will have one person to graduate. But we were not going to stop. We were not going to discontinue that class because she's the only one in the class. We're applauding her for not looking to the left or not looking to the right or comparing herself with everybody else because everybody else, for whatever reason, is not in the class. She stayed the course. She traveled, she did some things, but she stayed in there. That's how you become successful, guys. You have to stay the course. It's not going to fall in your lap. Don't worry about what other people are saying. You do it for you. You do it for your family. What is your why? My why is to inspire my daughter to complete this program. She looked up to me to share inspiring words with her 6:30 in the morning. And I talked to her all the way to the lab to give her words of encouragement. Then I text her and sent her a message, and I said, we may not be where we are. We may not be where we are, where we want to be now, but we're so far along than we were yesterday. I sent that to her, which means that keep going. So I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to keep going. It's going to be so worth it. There's nothing like somebody snatching something away from you that you know is yours. That happened to me, guys. After 37 years of working a job, it's no longer there for me. It was ripped from under me. So I know I need to stay the course and keep doing what I need to do for my family and for me. Do it for you. Do it for you. Happy Thursday, guys. Have a good one, and I'll chat with you guys later. Love you. Bye.